Hi everyone, welcome to E-commerce Success by Ad360, the channel that makes business owners happy, productive and successful. Today we're going to review a post on Reddit where someone asks for feedback on their Shopify site. And I decided to make this video because I read all the comments which were pretty mean or at least not helpful. All of them are saying the website is pretty bad. And to be honest, it kind of is. Like everything's wrong on the website, I'm sorry to say, but I decided to make this video to be constructive, positive, give a few actionable tips which are going to help you know where to get started. Okay? Before we do that, please, if you enjoy these videos, smash the like button, put a comment. If you have any question, anything to say, any feedback on the video, everything that you can put in the comment section is going to tell YouTube that this video is being noticed, is being interacted with. It's going to help us get more visible and grow the channel. So that's going to take only a minute for you, but it's going to make a massive difference for us and it's going to be very appreciated. If you don't want to miss any of the future videos, you can also subscribe to the channel and click the little notification icon to get an alert when I release a new video. This video is brought to you by Ad360. Ad360 is the easiest way to increase sales on Shopify by managing all your ads in one place and helping you get started with retargeting super easily, but more on that at the end of the video. Okay, let's get started. So today I'm reviewing this post from Totally Tardigrade on Reddit, on the Review My Shopify subreddit. And so they're sharing their website. So it's a career resource site. They have one blog post, 2 products. They will add more content soon. And they're asking for feedback. This is their first website, first business. So first of all, before I say anything else, I want to congratulate you. It's a huge, milestone to get started. And regardless of what everybody says, it's already a huge success to start your own business, get your first website out there. So it's already better than all those people that want to do something but don't, actually start it. So anyway, congrats for getting, the first foot in the door and the first step of the process. Now you can only improve from this point. I decided to make this video because I read a lot of the comments which honestly weren't very helpful, but I'm not going to blame them because to be honest, there's about nothing right on your website. Yeah, that's the website, that's it. It's super difficult to know where to start. So I understand some of these comments which didn't really give you any actionable insight besides telling you that it's bad and that you should look at, standard Shopify websites. So I'm going to try and give you a few actionable tips today. And I'll put in the description of this video a blog article I published today with a few more details and tips that you can actionate. So the first one is optimize the store structure, speed and user satisfaction. What's most important, what you have to remember is that customers should easily find all the information they want to know and quickly. Nowadays, attention span is super short. People have an abundance of content, websites, series, TV, games, work-related stuff. You can't just put out a website like this where you don't really give any information. Like I'm here on the homepage. There's no text. There's no description. There's no content whatsoever besides this huge logo in the middle, which is a bit weird. Usually logos are in the nav bar on the top in the middle, but smaller on the top left corner, but not in the middle like this. So it's too big, it's positioned weirdly. And then you have this big image, and none of these two things actually tell me what you do, right? You have all out careers, but is it like a school stuff? Is it orientation for students? Is it for workers? Is it a career center? Is it a charity? Is it like, are you just giving out information? Are you selling something? Like nothing's clear. I understand from your Reddit post you are trying to build an e-commerce website where you sell products. But from here, I don't really understand. So So a good advice I want to give you is make things simple, okay, for your customer. Like you want to give all the important information right away, okay? So let me show you. If I want to buy a product from you, let me show you what I have to do. First, I have to notice this is a slider and I can click here. This is still nothing to buy. So 2 clicks, 3 clicks, okay, 4 clicks. Now I get to the product page. Now I can, so there's a $0 product. That's super weird. We'll come back to this. So I can click here. So 5 clicks. Now I click here, 6 clicks. Now I need to select a date, 7, a time. Then I need to pick a slot. I need to click book now. I'm not even sure. I lost count. So it's about 10 clicks, I think. And then I need to check out. It's taking quite a long time to load. Okay, and I have to fill this huge form, which I'm not going to do for just a phone consultation or for the other product. So like you can't have your product 10 clicks away from completion. Nobody's going to go through that. Like, to be fair, I doubt if your website stays like this, I doubt you would get even one sale. And that may be harsh, but that's the reality. Nowadays, e-commerce is super tough, super competitive. You have a lot of very nice, neat, clean websites out there. You have to make it easy for people to understand what you do, what you sell, how they're going to benefit from your product, and why they should buy from you and not someone else. And all of that information has to be right in front of them when they get on your website. So it has to be on the homepage. So there's no reason to use a slider here. You have different sections. That's good. You know, you already have like about us, product. You have a blog. I read, by the way, the article. So that's why I decided to make this video. It's after I read the blog article. I noticed, first you really want to help people. You have good writing skills. And just from the feeling I got from reading it, I really think you want to help people, you want to do good, and you have expertise, and you have something to share. It's just a shame it's not more well put, and you're not making it easy for people to get helped by you. So all these sections, you don't need a slider. Sliders are useful when you have already a very dense website with a lot of information and you want to add a new dimension of depth, right? Without making it bigger or longer, you want to add another dimension of horizontal information that can be, scrolled through in addition to the vertical scroll. Here, there's nothing. There's no vertical scroll. So just put things on top of the other. Start with about us. Put like a nice title, a small image, some text. Then below that, you put the products and the events and the free resources, all of that on the home page. It should be super easy. For the products, you don't need like a dedicated product page with 2 things. Like you could put directly this calendar with the dates and the time picker. You should put that directly on the home page. If I were you, this screen here should be directly on the home page. With, on top of that, of course, a title and a description, some more information about what it is that you offer in these consultations. Okay, the second tip is consistent branding and memorable logo. And you want for people first to remember you, to love your brand, to feel a connection to your brand. Everything in your website feels like it's impersonal, right? This is a stock image. There's nothing special about this. If we don't go in about us, we don't really understand who you are, what you do, why you do that, what's your mission. Like nobody's going to go on the blog, read the article, then come back and search for products like I did. I really did that to help you because you posted your Reddit post, but nobody's going to do that. Like you have to put the information right in front of people. Also, notice the favicon, this logo on the top left is missing. That's a big red flag. I made a dedicated video on this topic, which I link below. It's super important to fix that because that's a big red flag that the website is unfinished or unprofessional or broken. Nobody's going to trust it with their credit card info just because of that. And the title is wrong, so you have 2 times all out carriers dash all out carriers. So this also shows that you don't really know how to fix the title, but that's not a problem. You know, that's, you're getting started, you're only going to improve, and this is very easy to fix. Both the favicon and the title problems can be fixed in less than 1 minute. So I linked to the video so you see how to do it for the favicon. If you need help for the title, feel free to reach out and I'll be super happy to help you fix all of that. Okay, so branding is very important. You need to have a consistent, nicer template, use images that mean something to you, you know, and the visual aspect has to be a little bit more personal, right? It can't be just like stock image and like a blue ribbon and that's it. No, you have to get a bit more depth in the branding, because otherwise people feel like this is you know, this is a random website from a random person. They won't feel a connection. They won't trust you. If they don't trust you, they won't purchase your services. So it's very important. You have to fix that. Okay, number 3 is detailed content for users as well as search engines. This is extremely important. You want content, you should deliver as much information as possible on your website about your products, your brand, your mission, and why customers should buy from you, okay? So assuming you don't know them in the real life, nobody's going to come on your website and buy your products, even if they manage somehow to find it. For example, if you fix the structure, you put that in the front page, nobody's going to buy that from you. Why? You're just selling a consultation. You're not explaining what's the consultation about, how it's going to help people, what's your expertise, what's your experience, what are your credentials, how many people did you help, what's the, you know, agenda of this consultation, what are you going to discuss, what should people expect out of this call. Like, you should explain all of that. What's your mission, why do you want to help people, how you want to help them, what makes you qualified to help them, what they should expect after that. Is it to have a better idea of how to organize their resume? Is it to know a bit more about the recruitment process in companies? For which field, which type of roles are you qualified to help them? Are you prepping them for interviews? Like, nothing's clear. If nothing's clear, nobody's going to buy it. All of that, all of these questions that I asked are things that people are going to ask themselves when they know about your product. If the only description you have is this, none of the questions are answered, and if none of the questions are answered, I'm not going to buy your product. So you should anticipate these questions, or sometimes we call that objections in the sales process. It's very natural, and you want to answer each question or each objection one by one in your description. That's how you're going to know if your description hits the mark and is a good description or not. Once you have answered all possible questions people can ask themselves, you'll know you have a good description. It's not only very important for people to trust you and before trusting you, just understanding what you sell, then trusting you. It's also important for search engines, right? The more content you have on your website, the more opportunities you give to Google and other search engines to notice your website, crawl it, register the information on the database, and then rank your website when people type a search. If someone types something like training for interviews or training for resume making or looking for career change, none of these words are on your website, so then they're never going to find your website. Google doesn't know that your website can help these people because this information isn't present on your website. So you have to tell Google and the future readers what you do, how you do it, why you do it, so that Google can know that you're a adequate response to these questions people have. And if Google knows that, then they will be able to rank your website and suggest it as a search result if people type looking for career advice. Okay, so that's extremely important. Okay, then A/B testing. What does this mean? So don't take anything that I say for granted. Okay, what you should do is try out different versions of your website. If you don't really trust me, because maybe you don't know me right now, you haven't seen my previous videos or articles or posts on Reddit, just try it out. Make a different version of your website. Put out the information on the homepage, like I just said. You can do like a one-pager. Usually for new businesses, it's recommended because it's simpler to manage and simpler to organize, and it actually has some benefits, like I said, like having all the information at once without needing to navigate. So do a one-pager with everything on the homepage and see if you have more people coming on your website, more people staying on your website, more people clicking on the different products, and more people booking calls. If it works better, then keep it that way. If it doesn't work, then change it again. That's how we move forward, by iteration, by making changes after changes and seeing if that improves or not the outcomes. And that's an approach that you should use for everything. So the design, the structure, the information, then once you pick up some momentum for the advertising, which message you put out there, to which audience, on which channel, all of these questions should be tried and tested with different campaigns. And then you compare results and you stick with the winners, the one that give you the best results. Lastly, retargeting. Last but not least, this is one of our specialties. Retargeting is not often well known by new businesses. That's why I mention it here. Retargeting is the art and science of running ads that target only likely customers. So you retarget, hence the name, people that have been on your website before and who are the most interested in your product. So if a lot of people have been here but left your website instantly because they could not understand what you're doing, once you fix your website, it's a good idea to start maybe a retargeting campaign where you can show again ads to people to bring them back to your website once it's fixed, right? And that's the easiest way to start getting sales when you get started, because if you start spending a lot of money on big advertising platforms, showing ads to pretty much anybody, it's not going to be precise enough to bring only people interested in your offer. So you risk spending too much money compared to the potential sales that you could make. So I would recommend start with retargeting first and then gradually increase budget that you put out on traffic acquisition. But the video is already long enough, so if you're interested, feel free to contact me. I've put in the description below this video a link where you can book a call with me and you'll get a free audit and a free consulting for all aspects of your website. I can help you fix a lot of the issues I mentioned. I can give you advice about your marketing strategy and how to structure your products. Something I didn't have time to mention, but your free product should really be organized differently. You shouldn't need to click on add to cart and fill out the form and check out for free a free product. It's super weird. You should use having a free product is a good idea. You should use it as a lead magnet. So it's something that we do to give a little something to people so that they get to know you, they get something from you, they get some value, and then you recontact them with the full offer, the consulting, the call, and the meetings that you do, the workshops. So if you're interested in that, I will make a video soon on lead magnets and how to organize them and what's their use and how to get the best results out of them. So feel free to stay in touch, subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications so that you don't miss this video when it gets out. And again, if you want to get help to improve your website, fix all of the issues, get started with retargeting or some of the other things I mentioned, feel free to contact me by clicking in the link in the description. Okay, I hope to see you soon. Thanks for tuning in, and like, comment, subscribe, and see you very soon. Bye.